Tonight. That should be good. That should actually drop something into the stream link. Didn't Stel start sprint performance chat? Let's have a look. It did. Sprint performance chat. It's just him and Reaper. There's only 12 of us in it. Yeah, we are in the ALR channel, right? So, you know, it would make sense that this puts it into the stream link chat soon enough. It would be appreciated that it would do that. But it's not. The return of the Jinxer. Yeah, that's fair. I have no idea who I'm jinxing tonight. Could go after Trocker just to annoy him. What just happened? I saw someone that just put something into the chat. I have to open it up and see what it was. Went off my screen as soon as something happened. Oh, you have to be a no, Trocker. You just said, yeah. I mean, this is not how this works. This is not how this works. I will talk about whoever I want, whenever I want. You don't escape the jinxes like that. Also, and he left. And Trocker left. On that. He left on that awful pun. That's poor. I need to find sprint all over again. Stel's Let's message him sprint chat. Stel is questioning Mike on the fact that he still thinks me and Abu Dhabi, but I think it's just a running joke at this point. Is the stream link actually worked? Hey! The stream link finally fucking worked. God, that channel is absolutely useless. That link takes forever to get put in. I don't know what it is. Hello, Charizard. Mike's not the only one I've jinxed before. I've just putting that out there. Guys, you see some of the work I did at Netherlands in Tier 1 commentating as everyone's spinning out. I have my bottle of water with me this time so my voice shouldn't die. Just say that. I think Mike really was. Yeah, I agree with you, Child Dad. I think he does. And no, what on earth happened? You were in the Mercedes the last time I saw Leo. What happened? I spent 1 week in isolation. You're now in a Williams. What's going on? Oh, we're readying up. It's almost on time for the first time I think I've ever seen. You've been bullied though. I think I'm gonna have to put the stream up on my phone just so I can respond to what you call it, the chats that come in. Toto demoted Leon into the Williams. Bit unfair. Nah, it's not unfair. Not unfair. Monza. Monza first. Would you mind beating Saint Etienne than Mitchell? Okay. I bet Auxerre. Going on about Football Manager. Monza. Monza, then Bahrain. Here we go. Hello. Goal. Let me try and find someone to watch here. Stell's in a horse. This actually makes sense for once. I don't know. I pretty much can't do anything else on spectator menu. Come off the side. Here we go through the first couple of corners. Up to turn 3. Bunda's in the lead. Staber and Bunda's are going to fight it out now, apparently. The AlphaTauri and the Red Bull. Reaper third. Robin fourth. That just changed up. Those two corners are lethal. I'm very surprised we haven't seen anyone spin out there. Mike's in 16th. Bunda's has done very well to keep that lap going because I well thought he was over the line there. He's put himself in the lead. Who's in the Mercs? Snap. There's someone not here and someone in the Merc. Alright, going through Ascari. And now the last corner, coming down to the last corner of the lap. If we're going to the actual 25% race. Which is far easier to commentate on, let's just say that. Staber's in first. Staber and Bunda's going on it. Staber's over the line, and Staber's first by 0.4 of a second. Everyone seems to be pretty close together there. Not the closest I've seen, but I don't really get the chance to see many of the times there. We'll see it here. So Staber on pole. First row is Bunda's with Staber. Major and Trocker. Trocker in the horse is 4th. And I think we could understand why he's in a horse. Because he's 4th around Monza. Yeah. I don't think he has room to complain. Might have been 9/10 off, but that's beside the point. Charizard's 5th. Reaper's 6th. Stella and O'Leary take 7th and 8th. AB and Luke round out the top 10. Boomer, Robin, Sven. Leon done very well in his first qualified dinner, Williams, obviously. Mike 16th. Leon's 14th. There is one Merc racing at the moment. He got disqualified. It should just be under calendar next to general in chat. It's where you would find the calendar for the actual 50%. You get 15 seconds, sorry, not 15 minutes to wait before the actual race starts. They can't hear you now. You'll have to just ask Reaper or something, and they say, yeah, I'll put what you call it on. I'm not doing it before. Right, it's red lights. There's 5 red lights, and it's lights out. Away we go, because I've missed that. Here we go. Staber's well out in front. Get to turn 1. Bunders is there. There's 3 cars flying at each other, and oh my god, somebody's gone flying. O'Leary has just gone absolutely flying. It's straight up the corner. Oh, he's also in a wall. I think he might. No, it looked like he's gone well before the cuts. Because he cuts the first corner. He didn't even get to the first corner. Now it's everyone just going at the quite a small margins between everyone at the moment. Mike gets past Boomer. Let's watch this at the moment then. Mike and Alu. Mike in the Red Bull should be able to make something work as Boomer goes incredibly wide into the corner. Hold up. What's going on with Trocker and Reaper here? Reaper just nearly hitting the back of Trocker and then going deep into the corner himself. And now Trocker has a chance at Charizard in for 5th. The Haas versus the Ferrari, you would not really expect much to happen down the straight. Doesn't. And Trocker's going to have to try and bide his time to get past. Mike and Alu are going to have a little bit of a fight now. Which Alu seems like he's going to win for the moment in time as Mike now comes down on the inside. Mike on the soft tires should get past, especially he's in the Red Bull as well. The Alpine stayed in front into the first corner. There's a bit of a collision. Balu's still got the inside into turn 2. They're both fighting still. We'll keep watching here, and Alu's got in front. There's also a little bit of a fight here between Sven and Luke. Sven looked like Sven got past. Sven moves up to 8th to go through turn 4 and 5. Stell and Major are going at it at the front of the grid. Let's watch this for a moment. And as soon as I say that, Leon and Robin in the midfield have a little bit of a fight. Alpine's gonna have more pace than the Haas you would expect, and there's still a much more of a fight going on. Let's look back at this 3-way fight. And it looks like the Aston Martin's going to get in front. The Aston Martin does get in front. Leon goes deep into the corner. It cost him quite a lot of time there. As it allows for AB to get in front of the Williams as well. And now the McLaren's going to have a go at snapping the only Mercedes that's crashed out. And the McLaren has got in front. Robin's not going to let the place go that easy, but AB does get in front pretty quickly, and now DRS is going to be enabled as Leon comes into the pits, gets 5 seconds for speed into the pit lane. Like, rookie error there. It's slipstream is not going to be enough for Robin to get past. Bunder's a span into turn 2, and he has messed this badly, and it's allowed for both the Haasers to go at each other now. Oh, never mind. Charizard's going to get overtaken by Stell into turn 4 and 5, and now Charizard's going to be in the grasp of the Trocker again. Who's the closest on the grid? We'll stay here. I'm trying to find the closest to the grid. There's Boomer not quite getting in range to make something work. Both the Haasers and the Ferrari having a little bit of a fight here, with McLaren catching up very quickly behind. Oh, that was very good driving for the Stell, and the Alpine looks like he messed up quite a lot, and the Haas could have a go at him now. Here we go, into the final corner. And nothing actually happens there. Staber starts the fastest lap of the race. Boomer and El Truco going at it. Who's going to be in front here? The Alfa Romeo or the Williams? It looked like the Williams had gone very wide. We'll go back. Major just lost a couple of positions, and Charizard goes to the inside, and he looks to lose one more, but he doesn't. Reaper gets past Trocker in the meantime, though. The McLarens are incredibly fast around here. Noof gets in front of Boomer. We'll stay in the front of the grid here, as there's a couple of fights. Reaper and Major going at it. Trocker just not too far off the back of Reaper. Truco and Noof and Boomer seem to be having a little bit of a fight at the back of the grid as well. Seeing that Noof is winning that one in the Ferrari, it's probably expected. Reaper, 0.2 of a second. Everyone's going to get DRS down here. Is the McLaren going to be able to make anything work to the inside? The Alpine stayed in front and gets forced off the track, but he does get in front, and Reaper almost loses the car out the final corner of Scary, and it's allowed for Trocker to get back on the end, as Reaper now tries to find a way back against Major. There's a yellow flag. It looks like Noof has taken a spin through Ascari. And Reaper's going to get in front of Major here, in front of us as well. And Trocker's going to try and make something work in the Haas. He makes it work on Major. Gets to the inside of the first. And Major screws up. And Trocker almost loses the car. And it's allowed for Reaper to get a little bit of a gap. Almost a second now. Almost out of DRS, as Major's going to be able to make some sort of move. Maybe he's not. He's just slightly too far back on Trocker, as Major almost loses it, and it's allowed for Swen to get by. As Swen now takes 6, and is going to give Trocker some breathing space. As Major is right on the back of Swen now, and Leon's got 3 seconds more for corner cutting, and his first race in the Williams has been an utter disaster. This is the closest one we've got. Luke and Major fighting now. The Aston Martin got the inside, or had the inside momentarily. It looked like the Alpine went really deep into the corner, and wasn't able to make an awful lot work. Aston Martin's not going to be able to catch up or make a move into the final corner of the race either. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and it's El Truco putting himself, by the looks of it, just losing it out the last corner, out of the Scottish chicane. Here we go, down the outside of the homes. You slept through. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, a little bit of collision there between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Major doesn't actually get past, and oh, Major's on his side. Well, not on his side, but facing sideways, and he's lost a few positions. There's a few people pit as well, and 5 seconds for Truco in the pit lane. Now it's Swen v Trocker as the Alfa Romeo tries to catch up to the Haas. And it looks like Trocker's been able to make a little bit of headway for a lead there, and Swen's lost a little bit of ground as Trocker is falling off the back of Reaper like there's no tomorrow. Staber also has 5 seconds worth of a lead. He's just flying around at the moment. Noof's just got 3 seconds worth of time penalties for multiple warnings. What's the closest battle we've got on the grid? Reaper on Stell? Yeah, it is. Few people start to pit. Stell just got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, and that's a really bad mistake. There's a 5 seconds for a collision with Charizard there as well. What on earth has happened? Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like, yeah, it's Robin who's having a hard time getting back on the on the start. 5 seconds speeding for Major. We don't really have an awful lot going on in terms of racing now, as Alu and Stell are right beside each other. Stell had a collision with Charizard, which didn't end too well. I didn't quite get that one on stream, which left me awfully confused as to how that's happened. We'll watch Alu versus Stell. This is the closest battle, about 1/10 of a second. Never mind, it's going to happen where Alu's going to get the position on Stell while the camera angle fades to an awful shot where I don't actually get to see it. It's brilliant. There's about 8/10, 9/10 closest battle on the grid at the moment. Staber's coming to pit with a huge advantage. Is Reaper staying out? Reaper is going to stay out one more lap. Trocker is in the pits. AB comes into the pits. Mike stays out. And that leaves Mike and Reaper currently in the lead, but when they come into pit, probably a lap time, it's a case of how well everything's going. Sven went on to the hard. I'm quite surprised at that. Medium's probably the best. It should just be a straight soft to medium, unless everything goes wrong in the first couple of laps and you'd have to do hard on lap 2 or something. Sven's got in front as you see people come out of the pits now, and Trocker does get out in front. He gets 9/10 of a second, so it works out much more in the favour of Trocker there. Now there's a few people fighting here as Alu goes 2/10 of a second behind AB, who is about 3.5 to Luke in front of him. There we go, down into the chicane. There's no proper move made there. Don't blame him. Oh, the McLaren is screwed up badly. AB just gets a lot of gravel and has been overtaken by Alu in the process. The McLaren had a bit of a dodgy couple of corners and it's allowed him to drop a position. This could allow for the Alpine to have a shot at Luke in the Aston Martin here. And there's 5 seconds for Reaper for speeding in the pit lane. And that is an unfortunate penalty when he needed to keep it very clean in order to attempt to catch Staber, even though it might not be realistic. Mike has just gone into the pits as well, and that should be everyone in for their only pit stop now. And we've got Alu, AB, and Luke still fighting as AB just makes an absolute mess of the final corner and is allowed for a huge... Well, it's not a huge gap. Oh, and the Alpine down the outside and gets it done before the first corner with DRS and Slipstream. AB gets back into it with the Slipstream. And now we still have a little three-way battle here. Which might actually be just a two-way battle as Alu is going to speed off into the distance and allow for the two behind him to have a fight. Here we go, the McLaren. Into the chicane, late brakes. And gets it done as the Aston Martin looked for a switchback, which was never going to be available. And Mike's now 9th. As Mike is going to be able to have a shot soon enough. Alu on Sven, which we'll watch here. Oh, there's Aston Martin in the gravel. It looks like Robin's in the gravel. And the Alpine here is going to get past the Alfa Romeo with no problems. We go back to the 5/10 of a second between Luke and AB, or it was when I was saying it, and the 5/10 of a second between Mike and Luke. As a few people start to jostle for positions here, the yellow flag, and Leon's retired just to top off that awful first race in a Williams. Mike's just gone heavily deep into that corner. AB's just got 3 seconds worth of time penalties for also going incredibly deep into the corner. In front of Luke here. With about 4/10 of a second as the Red Bull looks for something, but it's too far. And then screws up the exit of the chicane and drops off a huge way to Luke in 8th. Stell might be able to go after Mike now as well. Yellow flag in sector 3, it's new. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Robin, who's also had a race to forget pretty much. Stell about half a second back on Mike. Luke about 3/10 of a second back on AB, who is also right on the back of Sven, as his hard tyres might not have been a good strategy call at all. And here comes the McLaren down to the outside and gets it done well before the Sky chicane and puts him up to 6th. He's got penalties though, and they will come into account over the next couple of laps. Three of the drivers behind him, they're all fighting for a position. Mike in the Red Bull probably had the greatest chance to make some sort of a move. And there's a little bit of a collision between the Aston Martin and Mike in the Red Bull, as Mike gets past, but it allows for Luke to make an instant move back, and he will try it. Mike to the inside, Luke to the outside, into the first corner, and this could be a catastrophic. A little bit of a collision. Oh, and he's touched one in front of him, and he spun, and Mike's also in the gravel. For unrelated reasons, that allowed for Stell to also go to the outside and turn into a lawnmower momentarily as he gets past. Oh, and there's a bit of a collision between Mike and Stell. And Stell is in a wall. And I did not see that one coming. Stell a little bit, turned in a little bit much, and it's caused a collision between the two of them. Mike didn't really get too impeded and he stayed in 8th. But Stell has dropped a long way after his fight with a wall. Don't usually become successful when you're fighting walls, to be honest with you, but usually, there's 3 seconds worth of penalties for Mike. For multiple warnings, it's 0.3 of a second here with Bundes with us to close this battle. Let's have a look at this. The Red Bull and the Williams, not going to be able to have anything happen right now. There's a bunch of penalties that come into this, which we will switch to. Stell's got 20 seconds worth of penalties. Here we go. The Red Bull on the Williams. The Red Bull gets it to the inside and gets the move done very quickly. And he's going to be able to make some sort of lunge head to Luke, possibly in the next lap or so. He tries to go for more points. Doesn't need it though, because 3 seconds and 5 seconds in front of him, he might be able to make something work there. Staber has a 15-second gap. And Trocker's about to come second by the looks of it. Unless Reaper can get out of that gap. They get a 5-second gap on him. We're going to continue watching here for a minute. There's yellow flag in sector 2, and it looks like it's El Truco again who's had a nightmare. And the Red Bull and the Williams not able to make anything work slightly there. Going for Ascari and into the straight before the final corner. Slipstream might be able to pull the Red Bull close enough. It doesn't quite get enough. Charizard on Reaper. Reaper makes a little bit of a mistake and it allowed him to get in front. Trocker and Alu. Trocker's car is sliding all over the place. Alu just almost lost his car as well by the looks of it. And now we've got a little bit of a fight between Trocker and Alu as to who might be able to get that second slot. Oh, Trocker hits the sausage curve for a bit then. And it allows for Alpine to get right on the back of him. Whether he's going to be able to make a move. He's got one more DRS, most likely. There's one more. There's another yellow flag. It's Robin again. There we go. And the Alpine gets it. The Alpine gets it right at the end. But he's too far off. He's too far off the back to get Reaper. And Staber's going to win the Staber's going to win the Italian Grand Prix. The Reaper and Charizard's going to have to wait for their end. Alu and Trock are not going to be able to make... They're going to shift Charizard, but they're not going to shift Reaper. And Reaper's going to take second. Here in Monza, Alu's going to take the final step of the podium with Trocker right behind him. Trocker ends 4th for what feels like the 15th race in a row. Charizard did in 5th after his penalties. AB's going to end 6th, and 7th. Bundes 8th, Bouma 9th, Mike 10th. Mike actually finishes the race for once. Luke's going to end 11th, as for some reason he came into the pits on the final lap. What the hell was that? Major 12th. O'Leary 13th, Feltruco 14th, Noof coming over the line in 15th, and Stell with 15 seconds ends last. I don't think. I don't know. I actually can't remember, mate. I can't remember. Yeah, Leon, your race could have gone slightly better, as in you did everything wrong you possibly could have. Trocker showing what a horse can do in 2022. Don't say that, otherwise they'll come into the chat and make some really, really poor horse jokes. Also, I saw what you put in chat, Ishmael. Someone hit me. Yeah, it was Stell. It was Stell. He got 5 seconds for a severe collision. Look, race director. Stell. 2 penalties, 2 warnings. That's what happened there. The 2 penalties were for what he did. He whacked into the back of you, but I don't know what happened. It left me quite confused. No, that was O'Leary. Ready? I didn't see it. I didn't see that off the start if he got one. I saw O'Leary because O'Leary just went straight. He didn't even bother turning. I don't know what happened, but he cut the first corner and just didn't turn. Incidents. Corner cut in. Stell, 10 seconds for corner cut in lap 1. Yeah, you're right. You are right. There's a... Well, you almost did, Charizard. If you weren't for getting penalties, you would have. Well, do we have a full grid? Oh, do we have a full grid or we have 19? No? Can I have a full grid? I think. Yeah, there's 20. There's 20. As we wait for the race in Bahrain to start. This is the one I was more looking forward to. Don't know why, but I liked Bahrain more at the track as well. I've only just realised that in between all this, I've left my laptop not on charge, like an absolute idiot. Put that on charge now. It's Reaper's favourite track. It's also my favourite track. Bahrain. I'm not even going to react to that one. Wait, you weren't even... What, you would say that in relation... I didn't even think you were talking for me for that one. I thought it was... What on earth am I listening to? What on earth? Yeah, there's times that I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. The worst thing about it is that everyone, I've not got your on stream it just looked like talking to myself. But to be fair, that is what this is, to be fair. Yeah. No, we're not even in the race though. So it's besides the point. If is in a Merc, God help us all. Well, is in a Merc, you're all screwed. To be fair, never finishes a race, so you're fine. You're fine. Yes, I know. I had a shot. I'm beginning to think that. Don't worry, I haven't done a single lap of Bahrain. Famous last words. You're gonna quote on that one then. You should watch Tier 2. I mean, I can watch them after I raced my own. Unfortunately, on the same time as mine, so I can't watch it at the same time. They're on the same time as I raced in Tier 4 on a Sunday. When are we going over this one? I don't race Thursdays. No, I commentate on a Thursday. I race on a Sunday night. I race in Tier 4, commentate one of Tier 1 or Tier 3, depending on what else is happening. You got 35. Alright, so it's 32 now. We've got 3 minutes. Yeah. It's fun watching. Yeah, because Reaper weren't able to do Tier 1, so I took over Tier 1. It's my little agreement with Reaper at the moment. Ego. I don't have an ego. Yeah, mate. I don't. This is where Mile dominates this race. Mike dominated a race. Are you sure you're racing the same races that we do? Because I don't think Mike will dominate anything, to be honest with you. To be fair, Mike. I don't want to. I don't want to look at the end of that comment. I've just seen from. I want what Charadon's smoking as well. Mike's not winning this race. Come on. You see, I didn't get to see what put in. I didn't get to see the end of what put in the comment in the. Say no to smoking, yeah, fair. Got a couple more minutes, or a minute before we're meant to go again. I can't see the first race being too different from this one. I think Staber has just got a lot of pace in the AlphaTauri because he can, actually keep in the car on the track for once. I mean, Mike has points. Not something we should see very often. But Trocker's doing really well in the hard. I'm waiting on Trocker coming in and complaining that he gets to Haas every week until he gets 4th in every race possible. Can't wait to finish P19. Mate, you've got to finish the race to finish P19. Come on. Tier 3 is because, yeah. Yeah, no, Tier 3 has been really close the entire season. There's like 4 or 5 that can win it. Genuinely, that's not changed. You've just got more of the same. You get to see Hyder bottle every race, to be fair. It's not even my fault. No, it absolutely weren't my fault I got disqualified on Sunday. Absolutely wasn't. I did... If it was on the first time, fine. But the second time that my wing got broken wasn't even my fault. Yusuf didn't bottle the last couple of races I watched. Maybe just bottling for you. Probably makes sense. He won the last race I watched. He was towards the front anyway. May have got a penalty and dropped him, but he finished first on track, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm back to Tier 3 this week. Haven't heard from Reaper saying anything otherwise at this point. Here we go. We've got second set of qualifying. I don't actually like the idea of the one shot. Reaper on the mediums, eh? Wow, this got shook up a little bit there. Jesus. Luke's the clip was just like an hick. That's fair. That's fair. Alright, Staber's in first again. Staber's hitting the front. Staber's had a very good day if he could keep the car on track around Bahrain. Bun is second, Erm's in third so far. Snap is fourth. Snap's actually doing something for once. In sprint. Oh, he was, and now he's in 10th, so that changed. Luke's had his lap taken. I think Mike in 17th had a nightmare. Let's watch him. Because he goes a little bit wide. I'm not sure. There were so many spins. Yes, that's common. That's very common. One of the races that I did in Tier 1 had 22 in it. So yeah, the spins are very common here. Staber coming around the final corner. And Staber's going to be on pole by less than a tenth as second, Bunda's third. Stell's fourth. Stell in the Haas on fourth. Fill out the second row. I didn't actually get to see much else. So you got Major fifth and Swen sixth in filling out the third row. Charadard and Boomer finish out the fourth row. Alu and O'Leary. What's happened here? So Snap got disqualified. Reaper, Noof, AB. Mike didn't have a particularly great lap. Leon's the final one. Trocker had a nightmare. Trocker had an absolute nightmare. That's a very close one between Staber and Mazepin and safety car. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. You just haven't done any laps on it. Drives one lap and goes, oh, this track's so bad. Ends up second anyway, but oh, this track's so bad. we know. The hell's happening with the Mercedes pit lane thing over there? LED pit crew equipment. Anyway, 3 seconds until the start. Are we getting a proper waiting for players? There's 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. It's not going to give me a proper camera angle. There it is. Staber's got away the best. It looks like early. Oh no, he's still in front. Estelle gets in on the inside of just a huge pile up in turn 1. There's not everyone got away very cleanly. It could bundled on him. There's a few people right behind him. Major on Stell. Everyone just right behind each other to start off. No proper spins, I don't think. There's people overtaking each other, and it looked like a few people have got away pretty quickly. Staber is well away. Reaper currently in 14th, just made an overtake. Let's have a look, see if we can find someone else. Leon and Trocker going at it. Trocker gets his car a little bit squirrely on the exit of that corner. Leon gets away pretty well. Reaper's trying to fight. Reaper's just gone so far wide and so far deep into the corner. Oh my god, where is Snap going? Where is Snap going? Jesus Christ. Leon and a few people fighting here as well. Robin's going to go against Del Truco. Should be a good fight. Robin might get in front of him pretty quickly here. A few people have gone on the mediums. Actually, the Aston Martin's not able to be fast enough to get him on that straight in particular. He should with Slipstream here. It's a pretty poor corner for El Truco there, and it should entail that there's an overtake happening here. Here we go. The Aston Martin with the soft tyres should be faster. He is faster. He does get the move done pretty quickly. Leon's going to make a move here as well, and I'm going to get the worst camera angle known to man. And here comes the Williams on the Aston Martin now. See if he can make anything work. Reaper and Trocker going at it. Both going side by side into the corner here. Trocker on the inside. Is he going to be able to get anything? Or is Reaper getting in front? Reaper's going to get in front. Leon now about 3 tenths away from the Aston Martin front, who has the really poor corner. And Leon's going to send it to the inside. And that is a really good move. Is he going to protect the switchback? He does very well, and that is very, very well done from Leon to get in front of the Aston Martin. Oh, that Alfa Romeo just gets very out of control on the corner. Robin now right on the back of Leon and the Williams in front of him, and both of them are going to go neck and neck for the next couple of laps by the looks of it. About 1.5 tenths between them. We'd expect the Aston Martin, being the quicker car, to make some sort of move soon enough. God damn it. Here you go. The Aston Martin's going to make his move now. DRS has been enabled. With the slipstream, no DRS for this first straight. The Aston Martin's going to get to the inside. It's not going to have it all his own way into the first corner. Leon's not giving up the place very quickly. And Leon's going to keep it momentarily as the Aston Martin's going to come back again. And it looks like he's actually finally going to get in front of him. And he finally does get in front of him. The yellow flag in Sector 1, and it's Luke, the other Aston Martin, that has found himself in a wall by the looks of it. Here we go. Chowdad not going for the same move that Leon pulled on Robin just a lap prior. Snap gets in front of O'Leary. He'll try and find the guy that are closest. Let's have a look at this battle while it's happening. Snap to the outside. O'Leary, there's a few bits going on here. What's happened here? It looks like El Troco has messed up, and there's a bunch of cars just piled up now. A bunch with DRS as well, and O'Leary looks like he got overtaken by Trocker in the middle of all that. Mike is bottom the race in last place at the moment, and El Truco's right on the back. There's a pretty big battle going here. A little bit of a collision there between O'Leary and Truco, as Truco gets by on the straight. A few people gonna have DRS here. What's happened here? Oh, it looks like gets in front of Staber. I missed that one. Stell isn't able to make anything happen. Swen and Charizard going at it. Oh, Swen squeezing Charizard there, but Looks like he's able to keep the position. Oh, Leary, none of that happens back there. Alu getting on the outside now. Alu looking to make things work because Charadard made the mistake and Swen. And there's a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a battle going here. Staber's losing the ground on at the front. Might be able to get away pretty quickly, being in a Merc, but then again, this is Staber, who did win the white before the last race and isn't looking to give up very quickly at all by the looks of it. Bunder's in third, so that's the Red Bull there. Here we go. Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Alpine situation here. A little train going on. See if we can have an overtake going on soon enough. We'll watch as Charadad come down here. It doesn't look like Staybad anywhere near enough to get near through this straight. Major's got 3 seconds, but for track limits. Yeah, Staber wasn't able to get near enough. Here we go with DRS. Stratton goes to the far outside. Charadad tried to go even further outside. Then now to the inside of the corner. The Alpine gets pushed all the way wide, and Charadad's going to get in front of them both. Oh my God, there's an Alpine in the wall! There's multiple Alpines in the wall. What has happened between the two Alpines? And the two Alpines have just taken a major hit. One gets hit on the corner prior, loses it, and then goes into a wall, and I don't know what happened with Alu. It looked to be very similar. Let's have a look with Robin and Leon again. And Boomer. Joel, stay on this for a moment. I'm trying to find a one we can watch properly at the moment. A little bit of a battle going on, basically. Let's watch this. This is closest by, I see. The two Williams and the Aston Martin, and Leon's gone incredibly wide into that corner. I can take that as a compliment. There's about 0.3 of a second here. There's a pit. Bunder's gone into pit now. And all three of them are not. Okay, so Boomer's gone into pit. Leon and Robin have stayed out. A little bit of mind games going on, I think, there. That allows for them to bait Boomer into the pits and then both to stay out 1 lap longer. I can see why Leon's done it. The Boomer going in, it probably hinders his chance of getting a decent pit stop. There's about 0.4 of a second here now between Snap and Alu, who within a second of Trocker in front of him, who is now 6 seconds off the back of Leon. The Mercedes is banging off every curb at the moment. AB and El Truco, there's a deep dive there from AB. As El Truco goes for the switchback and is not able to get it done. Oh, it's very good work by AB to get in front of Truco. As Reaper is now going to try and do the same thing in the hairpin. And does it particularly well. Yellow flag. It's major. Here we go. Oh, and there's a little bit of a collision. I say a little bit. It's allowed for Reaper to just be facing a wall. Oh, there's a bit of a collision there between Truco and Reaper. Reaper on the inside. And that did not end well for the McLaren. A bit of the few people pitting now. Staber and as Staber just joins right on the back of literally right on the back of Alu is going to stay out 1 more lap. Snap on the medium's also going to stay out. They're both out just in front of the two current leaders. El Truco right on the back of the McLaren here as well. O'Leary had an absolute nightmare coming out the first corner. Here comes the Alfa Romeo trying to make something work. Staber not quite able to make something work on the Mercedes, and neither is the Alfa Romeo on the McLaren. Reaper's now gone into pits and put him last. Stell and Charizard going at it. Charizard's got the inside to Stell on the outside. As Stell goes wide on the corner, the yellow flag in sector 1. It's a Ferrari of Noof, and Stell here is going to be able to get in front of the other Ferrari. And that's going to allow for Stell to try and make some sort of gap now. El Truco is trying to eat into the gap of AB in front of him, who also has DRS on O'Leary in front of the both of them. Staybird still within a second, and the yellow flag in sector 2, and Micah Span. Newsflash, Micah Span. I can't even call it breaking news because it's things we come to expect. Leon's going in front of Luke by the looks of it, the yellow flag, and Lucas Span. Let's have a look at on his Mercedes counterpart. As Snalu's gone into the pits. Going to get DRS. They're both going to get DRS. Taber's also going to get DRS. A few of them going to stay out. And the Mercedes are not able to do anything at the moment. As the more they fight, the better it is for Staber. Swen and Stell fighting here a bit as Charizard gets back in front on the straight. The fight's going on everywhere at the moment as Trocker is having an absolute nightmare. And Snap fighting. And Snap fighting, and it's allowed for Staber to get through as Staber's hit the front. Because Snap will have to pit eventually. As Staber has got through an Terminator who looked like he had an awful corner trying to fight with Snap. And here where it comes interesting, how quickly can Staber get in front of Snap? And if it's quickly, this could be it. It's not on the straight with DRS, so Staber is going to have to wait one more sector before he gets a second shot at this. Unless he's going to do it now, but now he's got breathing down his neck. He wasn't able to get the move done prior to it. Losing time a little bit there. And here we go with DRS. Is Snap going into the pits? Snap is going into the pits. They're both going to get DRS. The Mercedes is quicker. And here we go for the fight for the lead. Mercedes goes to the inside. Staber goes to the outside. He looks for a switchback from Staber, who does it very well, as Staber gets back in front, and Ernspan, under no fault of Staber, and has just definitely threw away any chance of a win now, and he hits a curb and he goes spinning, and I'm going to need to take a drink after that one. I'm going to need to take a drink so my voice doesn't go. About 0.6 of a second now, the closest battle on the grid. Here we've got Charizard, Stell and Swen. After the mishap from puts him very much behind Bunders in third now. He throws away any chance of catching Staber. So really unfortunate. It was a very good battle between the two of them. For a moment there is no collision whatsoever, and just eats a bunch of curb. And here we go. Let's see if anything could happen here as Swen is just dropping off the back of Stell, who's also not being able to make much of a dent into the lead that Charizard has at the moment. About 0.3 of a second for Leon back in the thing there as well. Everyone's pitted at this point. There's going to be no more pits for the rest of the race, unless people crash, obviously. That was incredible defending from. Oh, here we go. The two Williams going to fight out. Looks like Leon to the inside. Leon to the inside. Now Boomer's got the inside into turn 2, and Leon in the inside into turn 3. And it doesn't look like we've got a decisive winner to this little battle yet. We don't, as they're both going to go too wide into the next corner as well. 3 seconds for Reaper, 3 seconds for Robin as well in the middle of all this. And they're still going too wide. And it looks like Boomer might be able to pull out in front. Boomer has pulled out in front, but in the process picked up 3 seconds for going really wide. So allow for Trocker to get back into the race a little bit. Luke's retired from the session and he was last anyway, so it doesn't really affect much. Stell with DRS are trying to get past Charizard for the second time in the race, but it's not able to work there. Might be able to work coming down the straight, beginning of lap 11. Let's have a look at Trocker and the two Williams here. Leon's picked up another 3 seconds. Trocker is now going to be able to try and fight these two. Not an awful lot between the two cars, I don't think. Trocker putting pressure on Leon at the moment. We're going to have a little bit of a fight. There's not much happening between Stell and Charizard, no. We'll go back to this one then. There's 5 cars fighting here now. I didn't even realise the other two had joined the back of this, and both the Williams are going at it again. Leon got in front of Boomer, but this time there isn't going to be a second chance for Boomer, as Leon has got in front and has a decent side gap, but DRS is going to bring that back. Leon is going to keep the position this time. Trock is going to have a chance at Boomer as Boomer gets a little bit squirrely out of turn 4, I think it is. Yeah, turn 4. Trocker about 1/10 of a second. Trocker going on Boomer. Trocker to the inside. That's a decent move down the inside there. We've seen that from a multitude of people tonight. It's been a favoured move, let's say that. As Trocker now going down, and Trocker's going to go after Leon. And Leon tries to defend to the inside here as Trocker goes to the outside. Leon defends it reasonably well, as he's going to keep the position for the moment in being. But Leon's going to keep the position, sorry. And Trocker going to fight. There's been a massive bit of a massive mistake from Trocker there on the outside. There's yellow flags in sector 2 and 3, but I don't actually know who they are. Whoever it is, it didn't take a lot of time to get by. Well, sort itself out. Here we go with DRS. We've got a bunch of people going to fight here. There's 5 on the back of each other. Trocker's going to have the first attempt of a move. He goes to the inside of Leon. Into the first corner. He's got the inside. He goes round and Leon isn't able to defend Trocker, as Trocker has got in front and is now in 8th. As Snap also gets Boomer right at the end. Alu's not able to make much of a dent after everyone using DRS. 3-second time penalty for Major. Snap also going after Boomer now. Not able to make the move to the inside that Trocker was a minute ago. Let's have a look at Stell. We're going to get another shot at Charizard here with DRS, if he can navigate the car well enough. Bunders is 8 seconds off of Daber. Another 3-second time penalty for Mike. And is now going after Bunders. Here we go. And let's switch to this, as this is the closest battle toward the front anyway. It was momentarily anyway. Gonna get it here. Bunders is not gonna get DRS. Is. Reaper gets Mike in the back of the grid. Here we go. Mercedes on down the inside of the Red Bull. And he gets it. He gets it. And is back into second. And here we go. Also, look like these will add a little bit of a battle there. Leon and Snap gets in front of them. And Boomer spun. Boomer has taken a little bit of spin over the grass. Oh, and Snap had gone very deep into the corner there. That's unfortunate. Here we go. Snap's going to get a decent gap now, and is going to leave Trocker and Leon to fight it out for 9th. And Snap's not going to be able to hunt down Robin quick enough, I don't think. And Leon makes an awful mistake through the hairpin, and it's going to allow in for Trocker. And there's not really an awful lot that's going to happen there either. Leon is not really having the greatest of laps, but he's stayed in front. Lap 14 of 14, and Staber just flying out in front. There's not going to be an awful lot here into this corner, but down the next straight with DRS and Slipstream, Trocker should be able to make another go at Leon. 0.5 of a second between Stell and Charizard, and it's been roughly the same for what feels like half the race, if it isn't. Here we go, Trocker to the inside as Leon has been forced to the outside, and Trocker gets the move done very quickly, and Leon is going to have to settle behind Trocker for a small while. Here we go with DRS. He's going to be able to take it back straight away, actually. Oh, there'll be a collision. It doesn't look like there's impacted either of them, but Trocker's going to stay out in front. Trocker is going to stay out in front. He squeezes Leon a little bit. These two have a lot of history between each other. You can imagine there'd be a little bit of animosity in chat if something was to happen there. Mike's got another 3-second time penalty as his awful day continues. Trocker's going to stay in front. He's got a 7/10 gap this time now instead of them both staying reasonably close as they were before. Stell gets 3 seconds after his awful... I'm going to watch Staber. Just realised we're on lap 14. Going across the final corner now. And then going over the line with no front wing. He had no front wing for a while there, and then Staber has won both races tonight. Staber wins the Bahrain Grand Prix with no front wing. What the hell has happened there? Bundes is going to come second after Terminator's penalty is put in third. Charizard's going to end fourth. Swen's going to end fifth due to Stell's penalty puts him sixth. Robin's going to end seventh. Snap eighth. Alu ninth. AB 10th. Trocker's going to finish 11th. Leon's going to finish 12th, for those two are fighting for a while. O'Leary's going to finish 13th. Reaper's going to take 14th. Boomer 15th. Major's going to finish up in 16th. Mike's just finished 17th. Actually, no, Noof is going to finish 16th. Major 17th. Mike 18th. Now, Truco going to fall all the way to the back. That was one hell of a race between Staber and then Staber made a single mistake that handed Staber everything. That was really unfortunate. That was well, Staber picks up 2 for 2 tonight. Expect to see him in a house next week. And that was that's basically the end. Well, that was very interesting. The second race was better than the first, I'll say that. I enjoyed watching that race. They battled all over the place. I will as soon as I end the stream. Yeah, the curb, that was, it was well defended by Staber, but then... Yeah, that was unfortunately getting a lot of curb. He just ate that curb and span. Alright. And that's the end. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'll be streaming again Thursday night for one of the actual 50% tiers. Get that one confirmed. But in a bit,